Sports Stars Magazine here, the longest beach volleyball final in CIF-San Diego Section history. But when you're a member of the Eastlake Titans, and especially when you're Daniella Garcia and Wegenka, you'll play for another 6 hours if it means not literally, but when you get to celebrate like this 4-1. 16-14 in the third set. Danny, as I said to Kennedy and Noel, it was already academic. The group had already celebrated once, but just your character, your heart, your will, your fight to say we like looking at that big bracket, and it's a lot nicer when it says 4-1 than 3-2, and you ladies obviously have a lot more smiles walking out of here. Just what did it mean? You have everybody in the entire stadium watching the two of you, and to be able to pull that out.
It was obviously nerve-wracking, but I'll obviously have my team behind me. I know they're going to cheer us on no matter what. Even if we miss a point, they're always clapping, and it really, I think, just brings up the mood. So I try not to get down on myself, be there for my team, and winning for them, to be honest. So yeah, I didn't really like.
How now that you can say like I lived through it and could tell, how real was the fatigue out there?
So real. I don't want to. No, it was actually it was hot. We were tired. It was really close in the third set, and I feel like we just wanted to get over it. We wanted to win, and yeah, we did it for our team. So.
Absolutely. Melissa, lost in the overall big picture of not only the 4-1 team score, but your latest three-setter. You were down, 5-0 in that set, and it came back, and again, the championship was already Elizabeth was already clutching it. It's like they weren't going to take it away at that point. But just how proud are you of the fact that it's like we're gonna end this story on our terms. Like we're gonna write the final sentence with the final punctuation of our own narrative, let alone the Eastlake narrative. Because like I said, that just showed so much courage at the end.
Yeah, I feel like it's very easy to kind of give up and stop working as hard since we already won, but we really persevered, got our stuff together, even though our feet were burning. We felt like we were gonna pass out, but
on every single changeover, it's like you were finding the grass.
The grass, yeah. But we just really wanted to show up for our team. They worked their butts off, so it's only fair if we did the same for them. So yeah.
To that point, to be able to have Brooke and Allie, really convincing sweep right away. But then the way that Kennedy and Noel battled, it seemed like that set the stage for the two of you battling. It was like they're down 20-12 in the first set. They come back and tie, even though they didn't win it. That could have been discouraging, but it's like, no, we're going to win the second one by 2. We're going to win the third one by 2. How important do you think? Not only the 2-0 lead that the team got, Melissa, but just the way that they did it to kind of set the tone for those last 3 sets that were on the court. We're not gonna give them anything. We're gonna fight for every point.
That just really shows the spirit of our school and the type of athletes Eastlake has. We just don't give up. We put in our best work 24/7. We practice how we play, so we're always working hard, and we just want to make our coaches and our teammates proud. So we always just put in our best effort because you only have one shot, and so might as well just put up your all.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of one shot, they had one in indoor Division I champions, another one in beach Division II champions. When I hear Elizabeth in the huddle talk about legacy, what do you hope that? Obviously, all 10 of you and even the women that didn't play today, are forever champions for the school. But what do you hope it does in terms of creating that legacy and creating bigger aspirations and even greater goals in the future?
I think it just sets a tone that we've accomplished it already, so let's do it again. Work even harder than we did this year, and make our coaches proud, as Melissa said, and just keep fighting.
Absolutely. From the first round, which obviously was that unfortunately was the end of the journey last year. To navigate through 3-2, and then to pick up more momentum in 4-1, and then to pick up more momentum in 5-0, and then another 4-1. What do you think the group learned, right away, in that first round that says, hey, just because we're the number 1 seed, nobody's going to hand anything to us, but we're ready to go out and take it. How do you think that kind of set the tone for the rest of the playoffs?
To not give up, get every ball, touch every ball, even if it seems untouchable, just go for it. Really sacrifice your body on the court. Every point matters, and yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty much it.
Melissa, last thing. It seemed like we potentially saw a window of celebration, but then we can't agree on the spot of the ball on the line, so we're gonna. It just seemed like everything that had to be thrown at you ladies today to finally get this done. But when you finally saw the last ball land, can you reflect back to how powerful that moment was?
Yeah, if beach taught me anything, you have to be assertive and really fight for your own points, because us girls on the court are kind of our own refs, so you really have to hold yourself accountable and the other team, because that 1 point can change the whole tone of the game. So if we want to win, we have to fight for every point we see, call out everything, so that way nobody can get the advantage or disadvantage. And yeah, so that taught me to be very assertive and fight for your points.
Well, the Eastlake Titans had all the advantages at the right spots, and these were literally the last two women standing, even though it took every ounce of energy and heart and courage and will and fight and determination. Daniella Garcia, Melissa Wegenka, punctuating a 4-1 victory in the Division II final for Eastlake. Girls, congratulations.
Thank you so much.